So we've put together a program that I know and I feel, and I've done it hundreds of times, that when we're complete, you'll have an understanding of the gelato business and be ready to open up your gelateria. Extremely important that you purchase the proper equipment. And I've seen it firsthand. As a matter of fact, I've bought firsthand a piece of equipment that was an absolute nightmare. Making gelato in 40 minutes as opposed to the way we make it now in 5 to 6 minutes. Gelato should be made quickly, and getting the wrong equipment, not only do you waste time and energy, but you'll waste a great deal of money. So that when you do go buy a piece of equipment, for example, maybe Uncle Joe has a machine sitting in the back of the barn, I would recommend that you give me a call personally so that I can say, hey, that machine's just right for your needs. Hey, that machine will never make gelato. See, we have many different bases, and I'll explain what bases is later, and many different pastas, which is the flavoring. Pasta is the word for flavoring in Italian product. Because the most important thing is that when you open your gelateria, you open up with a product that you can be proud of. You know exactly what to do. So one of the ingredients obviously is milk. Then we have our, it's called the milk-based gelato. There's different names for it, but the one we use is a special mix. And the next ingredient would be dextrose, and the last ingredient would be the sugar. So they're pretty much alike as the fruit base, except that we're using milk and a milk base. Very important. Don't mix them up or you'll have a funny tasting gelato. So we're going to put all this into our bucket and then dump it into the PKT, into our sanitized PKT. Step by step, we're going to take the gelato mix that we just put into here, the sugar, the dextrose, the milk powders, and dump it into the PKT. And on this time we're going to put it onto the high heat. It's going to heat it to 184 degrees, and then it stops automatically, gives you a signal, and then it drops it down to refrigeration. Now what I'm going to do is extract the milk base that has just been completed. It's going through its heating process, its aging process. It's ready for manufacturing. So with the machine on, it's easier to come out because it comes out on pressure. We'll get our 4,000 grams. Let's see how close I can get. We have our handy dandy little white bucket to weigh it on. And excuse me one second, I have to put my cheaters on again. We have it tared out to grams, and we're going to look for 4,000 grams. Everything is step by step. As I said, if you have a problem, you can always call up Carmen Esposito with the number that we give you. And we want everything to be precise. Everything with gelato is detailed. Now we're going to add our pasta to the gelato. So we need 140 grams. And again, I will try not to make a mess, because cleanliness is next to godliness, and a clean ship is a happy ship. So, and you can take a look in there. Now you can see that this gelato does not need the high-powered hand mixer. We can use a whisk and do an efficacious job. Learned that word in senior year high school, Lincoln High School, Philadelphia. It smells delicious. It smells just like caramel candy. So now we're ready to go into the batch machine. I'm going to do this again just for purposes of training. Make sure your door is shut, your machine is clean, the bottom door is shut. Since the gelato is a little thicker, we're going to go for 7 LED lights. And then we're going to measure the temperature again. So we got all our caramel in, I think. Yeah, it's good enough. The machine will start. We're going to start with 6 LED lights. Now the pan is full. Again, we're going to put it in our blast freezer, and it should be ready in a couple of hours. Taking a look inside the machine real quickly, got all the gelato out. So we're good. We didn't waste any money. So you'll find it very beneficial in your endeavors to go into the gelato business. There are many facets of this business. that, quite frankly, you just don't pick up. You have to learn.